We've had a great working relationship with CPSB over the time I've been in my role here, and it's a rather unique partnership in that it operates both at the global level with IMP as a whole, but also at the local level with the U.S. as a market. And one of the valuable things, CPSB provide continuity and to provide consistency between what our global objectives are and what our local objectives are. So that's been tremendously helpful. We've actually used CPSB on a variety of projects, and we were in the midst of transforming our business, really taking it apart, sort of piece by piece by piece, examining each of the elements and putting it back together. And we introduced a whole new planning process to the organization that was called the Program Office. And CPSB worked with us not only to set that up, but even more importantly to ensure that it was executed in a way that would really generate results for us at the end. And their guidance along the way was critical to the success of that project. And by the way, we have had great success in turning our business around in the past year. Another key piece of work that we partnered with CPSB on was our long-term planning. And we would have never gotten our first 3-year plan out the door without the help and the cooperation of CPSB. This was a new activity for this organization. It never looked out that far down the road, and frankly, there was a lot of anxiety surrounding it. CPSB really helped cut through that clutter and made it possible for people to think about the future in a way that got them excited rather than scared. And guess what? People that are excited have much, much better ideas than people who are scared. Creating that environment where people feel comfortable and therefore are able to contribute their best is a real talent. And I've worked with a lot of people over the years in facilitating and building these programs, and I am sad to say that I've had a lot of failures along the way as well, but CPSB really helped this program be successful for the United States. We had, as part of our restructuring, a whole new management team in place. People that were all sort of solo acts, if you will, and we needed to make a band, you know? And being a band is really different from being a solo act. And on a parallel track, CPSB helped me create a real functional, working, successful team. And I came into it a little skeptical about the importance of all this soft stuff, team blah blah blah. But I have to say that the work on this has proved really instrumental, and as the team has become more integrated, more comfortable with themselves through this process, they've also become much, much more effective. IMP is the first time I've really been through extensive change management. And it's really beneficial to have a partner who has seen it before and somebody who appreciates the dynamics of change. In this case, it wasn't enough just for us to be smart about what we were going to do with the business, because we had some great ideas and we had a fairly good idea of where we wanted to head. What we didn't have a clue on was, how do we get there? How do we get there? How do we make this happen? And guess what? One of the things I've learned, the how is really important. And that by creating the right atmosphere and motivating people properly, that is how you create the best result.